So okay, there was a moment where there was a video filmed with you and Big U, and it kind of felt like he was sort of getting you to say on camera that you were with him and not Wack. That's kind of how we took it, or that he felt some kind of way about you having this sort of relationship with Wack and he wanted to make a statement. Can you explain how that video came together and what exactly was going on there?
So that video was kind of about Wack, but that wasn't about Wack. We weren't talking about Wack. What happened was, it was people on the phone, 5, 6 people on the phone calling me about something that possibly had to do with Wack, whatever, right? But these dudes was like popping it, talking stuff like they tough.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, hey bro, all this, where y'all at? Hey, we're on the block. We'll do. I said I'm on my way. I pull up. I'm just expecting all these dudes on the phone to pull up. Big, you the only one pull up. So I get over there. I'm like, what up?
And was this the day that you were in the parking lot on live where the guys were talking about Brick Baby in the background?
No, this was.
Oh, that was a different
8 months
situation.
before
Okay,
that.
okay.
So when I get there, he like, come on. I'm like, come on, what? I'm not about to fight you. What's up? I said, bro, what them is that who was on his phone? That's what I pulled up for. He thinking I'm pulling up for him to fight him. I'm not about to fight you, bro. What them on his phone who was popping and talking tough? That's why I said, where y'all at? They ain't show up. So we getting to talking about what we talking about how this whole conversation happened. Then he pulled the phone out. Look at this nigga right here. Yeah. But me being a little homie, you know what I'm saying, being humble, I'm letting him know, whoever was popping it, I'm gonna take all the fades. Anybody got something to say, I'm on y'all. We can get down right now. So I'm talking about the people who didn't pull up, who was on that phone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for some reason, the clickbait said that I was talking about Wack.
Right.
Why would I tell Wack to pull up?
The internet reposters, the repurposers of content, they will always go with whatever fucking narrative they want.
But it was a bunch of busters on the phone was talking so tough. That's why I put up orders so fast, bro. Like, in my hood with me, you mention my name, I'm pulling up. That's just how I get down. You can't play with me. So that's how that happened. So
at what point does shit start to go left with you and Big U?
Oh, man. So it's a lot of situations I'm not going to speak on, but he's been like throwing me in situations I had nothing to do with for no reason. And I've been having to come back like that day, clear my name up, and show who I am and what I'm really about. So been doing this for years. So when I get back from Dubai, my gun license come. This is like in March this year. So I got my gun license. Now, I must say, we've been toting pistols all our life, taking penitentiary chances. Now I got the gun license. So he's lying on me, telling my homies he ain't got no gun license. I was with him when he went to jail. He can't get a gun license. If he got a gun license, he telling. 600 telling. That's what he's telling multiple people, multiple of my homies. So I don't know why he's doing this. I'm just like, why is he hating on me? Putting my life at danger, you know what I'm saying? So by him not having no paperwork on me, presenting paperwork, coming to the hood, by him not, doing something about it, I was like, oh, he wanted to just play a game and talk. We could talk. Well, I could talk. So that's when I start talking. Who you talking to? Nigga, you got a contract with the LAPD. You on paperwork. So I start talking.
What's the nature of this alleged contract with the
LAPD
LAPD?
contract?
What's that about?
He has a contract with the LAPD, the GRID program. He has an LAPD issued cell phone that's stipulated in the contract. You have to be on call 24/7 and report to the station. It's in his contract.
Isn't that supposed to be like intended to basically alleviate gang tension or problems in various neighborhoods? Isn't that the whole idea of it?
I don't know.
It's supposed to be a positive thing, but I see how some people repurpose this as if it's
and
telling,
it probably
right?
is a positive thing. And I've said this on record before.
Okay.
If that's what you're going to do, I really commend you for that. Because where we come from, there is no retirement as a gang member. That's honorable. You got a contract with the LAPD, you get a nice check, and you're able to stop this gang stuff that's really killing a lot of people.
Right.
I respect that. The problem he has is when he comes back to the streets and tries to politic and act like he's still in the streets, knowing that you done broke the rules, you forfeit the game already. You signed a contract with LAPD, you been on the phone with detectives. So you don't have no say-so over here. So this is where the problem comes. Then he's lying, politicking, and saying stuff about me, just lying though. Not even saying, oh, 600 told in 1991, here's the paperwork. you're making up lies, putting my life in danger.
I guess like the thing with having that role and having this, you know, LAPD issued cell phone or whatever is that you could use that role in a way that is entirely about maintaining peace. But then a lot of people are also going to assume that you could very easily be telling them shit that could be used against people in criminal investigations. I'm sure that if I were to sit down and have a conversation with him about it, he's going to say, by no means am I ever going to use this relationship that I have with the city to put anybody away or whatever. But then, like, to the gang members, the people who are in the street, they're looking at it as, well, you could, and we would have no idea. So they look at it as problematic.
This thing with that, right? You know, he got his recontract renewed over the years. Now, if it was like a lick, right, and we in the hood, hey, bro, the police trying to give us a check. Let's just make up some shit. Let's just get the check. That's honorable to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they worked the LAPD for $1 million. They got a check from them. They gave them all fake information. But when you do it and give them enough sufficient information to renew your contract every year, you're participating in what they want you to participate in. And like I said, that's honorable. You know? It's nothing. I applaud police officers, all law enforcement, fire department. I applaud those people. Mm-hmm. But you can't play both sides. That's what the problem is.
But it almost feels like, you know, he's been in this shit forever, damn near from its inception. Mm-hmm. And at a certain point, with him getting older, you know, it's like you would expect or you would hope that at a certain point that he would basically change his focus from having problems with people or doing dirty work and kind of switch over to how do we make the community better. And it almost feels like if he wants to do that, if you want to be a community organizer or whatever, probably at a certain point you're going to have contact with the police. Now, there's a way that you do that everybody could agree was productive and positive, and then there's another way that you could look at it where it could be like, oh, you could use that role to basically do bad things to the people you don't get along with and help keep eyes off of the people you do fuck with.
I didn't even look at that part. That's a whole nother topic. I didn't even talk about that. I was just saying just about the involvement with him, period. And like I say, it's respectable and honorable for him to do that. You know, and every gang member in LA would respect him for that.
Okay.
His problem he's having is when he tries to play both sides. He can't play both sides. If you walk away from the streets, hey man, I'm trying to do this police thing to kids, you know what I'm saying, get rid of all this killing. Every gang member in LA will respect that. No one would never say nothing to him. His problem, he's trying to play both sides.
Right.
That's what's been the problem, man.
Interesting. Okay. But so, and then how much of it is the shit with Wack, too? Because he blatantly, like, anybody who fucks with Wack, he's made this clear to me. He might not be 100% not fucking with me because I do a podcast with Wack, but certainly he ain't, you know, he's not 100% cool with me either, because me even just sitting there even though I try to steer the conversation away from the big U shit, I try not to bring it up or whatever, he's going to feel a certain type of way about anybody who has any kind of relationship with Wack, and you still do business with Wack as well, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's like female stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if I had ops, I'm not going to get involved with you, with your business, what you got going on. If I got something personal with this man, that's between me. I'm not going to involve anyone else. Mm-hmm. And like I said, these are the problems he's having. Wack been disrespecting him for 2 years online, and he wants to involve everybody else. Go get your man.
But does Wack say things about Nipsey that you look at and you're like, fuck, I don't want to have anything to do with this guy because he'd be saying this crazy ass shit about Nipsey? For sure, even for me, sometimes it's like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe him.
Well, certain things you say, I'm really trying to stay away from it because I know how people react.
Right.
But what he say is facts in his own opinion. You know, he said, in his opinion, Nipsey's not a musical legend.
Right.
I never heard him take away nothing from him in the streets.
But all that shit seems kind of light compared to some other stuff that he's brought up about Nipsey over the years. But one thing I will say about Wack is that he will sometimes lie under the guise of trolling. Mm-hmm. But generally speaking, when he says something and he seems like he's really serious, he is telling the truth, or at least what he believes to be the truth.
Yeah, he stand on what he stand on, man. That's all I respect him, man. You know what I'm saying? And he said once, he said twice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard him bite his tongue on that. You know what I'm saying? He really said what he said. What he said. But yeah, man, like I said, he, you know, all that stuff about dealing with this person, like, bro, what I don't know what you stay at the 80s, bro. We're gonna get it how we gonna get it.
Okay, so do you think that the relationship with Big U is something that could get fixed at a certain point, or does it feel like that's kind of gone too far?
Well, he got to fix it. I mean, because he started it, and he's still doing it. You know, I'm just everything I've been doing. All my homies that tell you, and they tell me, I see what you're doing. It's all a response. You know, they tell me, hey, bro, just leave that online stuff alone. It's too much business online, and I'll fall back. I say, bro, I'm cool. You know, even with Cowboy and everybody else. But you know, he's still at it. You know, he's still saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still calling around. Like his name is so tarnished. He tries to act tough around people who don't know him, who don't know the history, don't know the things that matters.
Why is his name tarnished? Just this contract or whatever?
Well, no, it's. I mean, where did we start? I mean, he got multiple strikes that are real strikes, not even strikes, like X outs. You know, I mean, you want me to just start throwing them out there?
I mean, maybe give us a little bit of information. I don't want to go too crazy, but yeah.
Okay, he told on Eddie Boy. He snitched on Eddie Boy.
Him?
No, Eddie Boy. His
Eddie
crime
Boy.
me.
Oh,
Hell
okay.
no.
You're 80 band. Sorry.
Yeah, I talked to Eddie Boy, right? Eddie Boy gave me the paperwork. Eddie Boy told me he told on him. There's a recording of me and Eddie Boy talking that confirms all of this. Okay?
Told on him for what?
Told the police he should never went to work for Eddie. Also told the police, I never touched the dope. Eddie only touched the dope. So this is what Eddie's telling me before he gives me the paperwork. So all this stuff is documented, and we got Eddie saying it, right? You can't deny that. So that's like me saying, Adam told on me. Hey, y'all, Adam told on me. Here's the paperwork. And y'all like, nah, he ain't telling you, bro. I'm telling you, he told him, here's the work. I got Eddie on recording saying, man, I sent that to you want to play the clip? I sent that to them cats, man. When we first got cracked, they ignored that stuff, bro. They still ignoring it. I said that in the video. I said, man, they still ignoring it, man. I thought that, you know what I'm saying, like, dudes was, like, different. But, you know, I ain't tripping them dudes, man.
I didn't even know about that allegation. I got to look into that more. But what is it like to be – because Wack is kind of in this position a lot too, where he has opinions that seem like they're mostly true, or like, you know, he believes that he could stand on it, but then they're unpopular opinions and people don't want to hear it. Is that the position you kind of find yourself in?
I mean, some people don't want to hear the truth, bro. That's just how it is. And like I said, we can throw another one out there, you know. You hanging with a rat is just as bad as you being a rat, okay? Cowboy, they'll tell you he told, okay? He'll tell you he took the stand. He'll give you whatever your reason. Mm-hmm. The rules are you don't do that under no circumstances. And on top of that, he's a registered sex offender, okay? So Big U invites this guy a few months ago to a celebrity basketball game in our neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Cowboy, who took the stand, he was a registered sex offender. High-risk sex offender at that. Not a sex offender.
So the story he told me on the interview, because he basically said that he like went to rob a girl for her chain back in the day or something. He went to snatch a necklace off her neck, and he ended up like cutting her with his nail or something.
So you didn't see the paperwork?
So that's not true.
He got a lewd act on a 14-year-old.
Oh.
Yeah. So. You can look up the code that's on Megan's Law. I tell you the code that he has. It's a totally made-up story he's telling everybody. I did a whole 10-minute video on it, dissect the whole video.
Oh, shit, I got to do more homework.
Just another situation people select the politic, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, just that alone, not including he took the stand, he told everyone he took the stand. Big U harbors this guy, you know what I'm saying? Invites him to a select basketball game in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? He think he's bigger than the program. So like I say, that's just numerous things that he got going on. You know what I'm saying? This is why, you know, he's voted off the island. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez, all right. But do you feel like kind of X'd out from a lot of shit because of the fact that you've chosen to be vocal about this when a lot of people seem like they ain't trying to hear it?
I'm X'd out from people who select the politicking, but those people who select the politicking don't pay my bills. You know, I don't make money in the streets no more. You know, I don't really have nothing to do with them. I'm just glad everybody showed their hand in my neighborhood. I ain't got to deal with them no more.
Really? Okay.
I was the one who was giving money. I was the one who, you know, gave people their first $20,000. I was the first people who, I brought Rolls Royces to my neighborhood and let people drive Ghosts and Phantoms in the hood who never gonna be in a Rolls Royce again. I put people on their first airplane. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing for me. You know, for me not talking to them people no more, don't do nothing for me. My life keeps going.